Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Morning English Talk.
Hi guys, today's episode is very special. We're not in the studio.
That's right. We're walking through an international market. There are people from all over the world here.
Yes, it's full of colors, sounds, and amazing smells. I can already smell food from 5 different countries.
Same here. This is the perfect place to talk about today's topic, different cultures.
I love this topic. Culture is what makes every country unique.
Let's start with the simple question. What is culture?
Good one. Culture is how people live. Their traditions, language, food, music, and beliefs.
Exactly. It's the way people greet each other, what they eat, what they wear, and how they celebrate.
Every culture has its own rhythm.
Beautifully said.
Look around. We can see examples everywhere.
Yes. Over there, I see a Japanese food stand with sushi and lanterns.
And on the other side, there's an Italian bakery full of pastries.
There's also an Indian booth with colorful fabrics and spices.
Wow, it smells amazing. I love the smell of curry and cinnamon.
And look, a Brazilian stall with coffee and music.
Oh yes, I know that rhythm.
When we talk about culture in English, we can use words like tradition, custom, lifestyle, belief, language, heritage, and diversity.
Great list. You can say every country has its own traditions.
Or people have different customs and ways of life.
You can say it's important to respect other cultures.
Exactly. Leo, what's something interesting about your culture?
Well, in England, people are often polite and love queuing, standing in line for everything.
That's true. So English culture is polite and organized.
Yes, and we drink tea all the time.
I think tea is part of your DNA.
Maybe it is. What about your culture, Leo?
In Brazil, people are very social. We love to talk, laugh, and share food.
That sounds warm and friendly.
Yes, we hug when we meet friends. It's normal for us.
Oh, that's a big difference. In England, we usually just say hello and maybe shake hands.
See? That's the beauty of culture. There's no right or wrong way, just different ways.
That's a great point. And when you travel, it's important to be open-minded.
Exactly. You can say, I'm open to learning about new cultures.
I like meeting people from different backgrounds.
I respect other traditions.
Those are powerful sentences for travelers.
Language is what connects people.
I think food is one of the best parts of culture.
I agree. You can learn so much from what people eat.
For example, in Japan, meals are often small and balanced.
Yes, and people say itadakimasu before eating to show respect for the food.
In Brazil, meals are full of rice, beans, and flavor.
In England, we have traditional dishes like fish and chips.
And in Mexico, people love spicy food, full of life.
That's true. Food tells stories.
You can describe food with adjectives like sweet, spicy, salty, sour, fresh, traditional, exotic.
For example, I love spicy Indian food.
You can say, I like sweet desserts from France.
I like Japanese food is fresh and healthy.
You can say, Italian food is delicious and full of flavor.
Perfect.
You can describe food with adjectives like sweet, spicy, salty, sour, fresh, traditional, exotic.
For example, you can say, I love spicy Indian food.
You can say, I like sweet desserts from France.
You can also say, Japanese food is fresh and healthy.
You can say, Italian food is delicious and full of flavor. I love how people eat differently too.
Yes. In some countries, people use chopsticks.
In others, they use their hands, like in India.
And some cultures eat together, sharing food from one big plate.
It's all about connection. Food brings people together. That's universal. Let's talk about greetings. That's a fun cultural difference.
Oh, yes. In some countries, people bow to say hello.
And others, they shake hands.
Some people kiss on the cheek once, twice, or even 3 times.
And some cultures greet with hugs.
The important thing is to be respectful and observe what others do.
Exactly. Always be polite and open.
Another difference is communication style.
True. Some cultures speak directly, others are more indirect.
Yes, in English-speaking countries, people often say things politely, like maybe or I'm not sure instead of no.
That's very British.
Guilty.
In Brazil, people are more expressive. We use gestures, smiles, and body language.
That makes conversations more lively.
It does.
Let's teach some phrases to talk about cultural differences.
Sure, you can say, it's different in my country.
You can also say, in my culture, we usually...
You can say, that's not common where I'm from.
You can say, in my country, we do it another way.
You can say, it's interesting how people do things differently.
Perfect. Leo, have you ever experienced culture shock?
Oh, yes. When I visited Asia for the first time, I was surprised by how quiet people were in public.
Really?
Yes, people spoke softly and respected silence. In England, we talk more on buses or trains.
That's true. I had culture shock too. When I traveled to Japan, I realized how organized everything was.
And how punctual.
Exactly. Everyone was on time. That's a beautiful habit to learn.
Yes, every culture has something we can learn from.
You can say, I experienced culture shock when...
You can say, I was surprised by how people behave in another country.
You can also say, I learned something new about life and respect.
You can say, it made me see the world differently.
These phrases are great for advanced learners too.
Another big part of culture is clothing.
Yes, traditional clothes are full of meaning.
Like kimonos in Japan, saris in India, or ponchos in South America.
In England, we don't have many traditional clothes, but we do have classic styles.
In Brazil, people wear light clothes because it's warm most of the year.
That's practical.
It is. Let's describe clothes with adjectives: colorful, traditional, modern, simple, elegant, comfortable. People wear colorful clothes during festivals.
You can say traditional clothes represent history and culture.
You can say, modern clothes show how cultures change.
Excellent examples.
Emma, I think music is one of the most beautiful parts of culture.
Oh, I completely agree. Music connects people, even if they don't speak the same language.
Exactly. It's like a universal language.
When I travel, I always listen to local music. It helps me understand the culture better.
That's a great idea. For example, in Brazil, music is full of rhythm and emotion.
Yes, samba, bossa nova, forró, all so full of life.
And what about your country?
In England, we have so many styles: rock, pop, classical, the Beatles, Adele, Ed Sheeran. They all reflect parts of British culture.
Wow, yes. Music really tells stories about people.
You can use these sentences to talk about music and culture. I love traditional music from my country.
I think music is an important part of our culture.
We have many musical styles and festivals.
Our songs tell stories about life and love.
Perfect examples. Let's talk about social habits, how people behave in daily life.
Great idea. Every culture has its own social rules.
Yes, for example, in some countries, it's normal to arrive a few minutes late.
But in others, being on time is very important.
Exactly. In England, people like personal space. They stand a little farther apart when talking.
In Brazil, we stand closer and we use more gestures.
That's interesting. It shows how culture shapes communication.
You can describe these differences with expressions like, in my culture, people are very punctual.
In my country, people like to talk face to face.
In my culture, we greet each other warmly.
In my country, people prefer to be polite and calm.
Nice and clear examples.
Another part of culture is time, how people see it.
Yes, some cultures are relaxed about time, others are strict.
You can say, people in my country are very organized.
Or people take their time, they don't rush.
Both are fine, just different ways of living.
That's what makes travel so interesting. You see other rhythms of life.
Let's talk about gestures. They can mean different things in different cultures.
Oh, yes. Some gestures are positive in one country, but not in another.
For example, the thumbs up gesture means good job in many places, but it can be rude in others.
True. And nodding your head? In some cultures, it means yes, but in others, it can mean no.
That's why it's important to learn about culture before traveling.
Yes, it helps you avoid misunderstandings.
Let's give our listeners some advice about learning from other cultures.
You can say, I like learning about other cultures.
I enjoy meeting people from around the world.
Every culture has something to teach us.
Respect is the key to understanding.
Beautiful. That's my favorite one.
When people respect other cultures, the world becomes a better place.
Absolutely. We all have different traditions, but we share the same values: family, love, peace.
Yes, different expressions of the same human heart.
Wow, that's poetic, Emma.
Maybe I'm inspired by this market.
Speaking of that, look at that stand over there. They're selling instruments from Africa.
Oh, wow, I love the drums. The sound is so deep and powerful.
Yes, in many African cultures, drums are used for communication and celebration.
That's fascinating. Music and rhythm can express emotion beyond words.
Exactly. That's culture in action.
Another thing that fascinates me is how people show respect in different places.
Yes, in Japan, people bow to show respect.
In some countries, people take off their shoes before entering a house.
In others, people say thank you many times during a conversation.
And in some cultures, eye contact is polite, but in others, it can feel too direct.
That's so true. Respect looks different everywhere.
You can say, in my culture, respect is shown through.
Actions, words, or silence.
That's a great structure to practice.
Emma, what's something that surprised you when you learned about another culture?
When I visited South Korea, I was surprised by how respectful students are to their teachers.
Oh, yes. Education is very important there.
People show discipline and kindness. It inspired me.
That's beautiful. For me, when I visited Italy, I was surprised by how people love talking loudly and passionately, even when they agree.
That's cultural passion.
Yes, and I love it.
Let's give some phrases for describing cultural surprises.
I was surprised that people eat so late at night.
I didn't expect people to talk so loudly.
I was amazed by how kind everyone was.
I learned that people celebrate in different ways.
Great sentences for storytelling.
Another thing I love is learning words from other languages.
Me too. Even just hello or thank you makes a big difference.
Yes, it shows respect and curiosity.
You can say, I learned a few words in the local language.
I tried to speak with locals.
People appreciated my effort.
That's a great way to connect with others.
Let's not forget about traditions. They're the heart of culture.
Absolutely. Every country has traditions that make people feel connected.
For example, sharing food during holidays, lighting candles, or dancing.
Or family gatherings every weekend like in Latin cultures.
Or having tea time like in England.
Yes, we love our tea time.
These habits bring comfort and identity.
When you talk about traditions in English, you can say, in my country, we usually...
Or, It's a tradition to
Every year we celebrate.
families gather to.
These are great sentence starters.
Let's talk about cultural values. What's important to people?
Yes, in some cultures, family is the center of life.
In others, independence and freedom are highly valued.
Some cultures value community, working together for the group.
Others focus on personal achievement.
All of them have beautiful lessons to offer.
You can describe values using words like respect, harmony, honesty, kindness, patience, freedom.
For example, in my culture, we value honesty.
In my culture, respect for elders is important.
In my country, people value time with family.
In my country, education is highly respected.
Excellent. So, Emma, after walking around this market and seeing so many cultures, what do you feel?
Honestly, I feel grateful. The world is so diverse, and there's beauty in every culture.
I agree. We all have something to share.
Learning about other cultures helps us understand ourselves better.
That's true. When you see differences, you also see what connects us.
Yes, curiosity becomes connection.
I love that.
All right, everyone, time to test what you learned today.
Yes. Let's do a quick culture quiz.
Question 1. What is culture?
Culture is how people live, their language, food, traditions, and values.
Excellent.
Question 2. How can you say that people live differently around the world?
You can say, every country has its own culture.
Or, people live in different ways around the world.
Question 3. What can you say when you talk about food and culture?
Our food is traditional and full of flavor.
Food is an important part of our culture.
Perfect.
Question 4. How can you talk about respect in different cultures?
You can say, in my culture, respect is very important.
People show respect in different ways.
Every culture teaches respect in its own way.
Question 5. How can you express your love for learning about new cultures?
I enjoy learning about other traditions.
I love meeting people from different countries.
I'm open to new experiences.
That's beautiful.
Great job, everyone.
You did amazing. Talking about culture helps us connect with the world.
Let's do a quick review before we finish.
Sure.
Today, we learned how to talk about different cultures, how people eat, greet, and live in different ways.
We talked about music, traditions, values, and respect.
We learned how to describe cultural differences and how to express curiosity.
And we discovered that learning about other cultures helps us grow.
That's right. You can use these expressions anywhere when traveling, meeting people, or studying English.
Yes, they help you sound natural and kind.
Leo, if you could visit any country to learn about its culture, where would you go?
Maybe Japan. I'd love to learn about the mix of tradition and technology.
That's a great choice. I think I'd go to India. So many colors, languages, and traditions.
Oh yes, that would be amazing.
Every culture has its own story, and we're lucky to live in such a diverse world.
Absolutely. Diversity makes life richer.
You can say, the world is full of cultures, and I want to learn from all of them.
You can say, we are different, but we all belong to the same world.
You can say, understanding others makes us better people.
Beautiful thoughts, Emma.
And now it's time to say goodbye from this amazing international market.
Yes, and to thank everyone for joining us today.
We hope you enjoyed learning how to talk about different cultures.
And next time, we'll keep the global theme going.
That's right. Our next episode is all about festivals and celebrations.
Yes, we'll explore how people celebrate around the world. Music, food, dance, and joy.
It's going to be colorful and full of energy.
Don't miss it.
Thank you all for listening and practicing with us today.
Keep learning, keep smiling, and keep respecting every culture.
This was Morning English Talk.
Learn English naturally. See you next time, everyone.
Bye.